Ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the panel discussion of the afternoon, and the topic that we are going to debate today is India at 47, the big picture. Let me invite on stage the panel speakers of the session. Ms. Sumana Iyenger, founder and CEO, Goavega software. Suman Iyengar is a tech entrepreneur with a passion for innovation and empowering women. As the co-founder and CEO of Goavega, Sumana is part of tech venture that's delivering cutting-edge product engineering, cloud enablement, and digital solutions. Her entrepreneurial drive stems from family background. Co-founding Goavega after spending a decade in the tech industry, Sumana has been able to transform it from a two-bedroom apartment startup into a debt-free and profitable organization. Some notable achievements of Goavega under her leadership include delivering 15,000 plus packages with AI-powered routing, over USD 100 million product revenue enabled, 3 plus million lines of code written, and 15 products brought to market in the last 12 months, helping brands achieve a 25% faster go-to-market rate while eliminating up to 50% of defects early in the product development cycle. That's Ms. Sumana Iyengar, founder of CEO Goavega Software. Next, we have our panelist, Mr. Sushant Raorane, co-founder and director at Adroit Biomed Limited. As the director of Adroit, Sushant is responsible for overall smooth functioning of the business with main focus on sales and marketing. He holds a bachelor's degree in pharmacy and has done his MBA in marketing. Sushant has proven marketing management track record and over 15 years of experience. Prior to his entrepreneurial debut with Adroit, he has worked with companies like Elder Healthcare Limited, M-Cure Pharmaceuticals, Piramal Healthcare, and Abbott Healthcare. As an eminent marketer, he possesses diverse and wide-ranging experience in various therapy areas, including dermatology, cosmetology, gynecology, cardiology, and antibiotics. Our third speaker panelist is Ms. Nabomita Majumdar, Corporate HR Mentor. Nabomita Majumdar is the winner of 100 Women Achievers Award by Ministry of Women and Child Development, India. She was honored by the Honorable President of India at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. She is the founder of Nabomita.com, where she amplifies meaningful messages to society using different formats of media. An alumni of XLRI Jamshedpur, Nabomita is regarded as one of the most prominent voices for future work, HR and women and children empowerment in India. She helps companies scale up their businesses and turn up earning million-dollar revenues. She mentors CEOs, CXOs, and startup founders. She is on board to eminent startup communities as advisor and mentor. She builds technology products and communities ranking first in the world. She works closely with organizations such as United Nations and ICT promoting women's education in technology and management. We have a fourth panelist, Mr.Dhiren Sharma, co-founder, Aegte Lifescience. Dhiren Sharma is the co-founder and chief operating officer at Aegte Lifescience. Dhiren has bagged the Economic Times most promising business leader of Asia. Dhiren believes that only those who will risk going too far will unlock the possibilities of impossible. Dhiren Sharma has demonstrated history of working in the operations, client management, performance management, and information technology in corporate sector, skilled in business analysis and client management, running seamless operations in my firm. The next speaker is, last speaker is Arshi Khan. She is an Indian model, actress, and reality television personality. She has participated in reality television show Big Boss in 2017. She gained a lot of attention over social media due to her videos, images, and comments over it. Talking about her daily routine and various different subjects, Arshi Khan has featured in Punjabi music video Nakhre and currently featured in 5 music videos that include Bandi, which has already gained 10 million views on YouTube, and Nain Nashile, which has already started to hit 2 million views worldwide. And to moderate the session, I welcome Dr. Satya Brahma to be on stage. So I welcome on stage Ms. Sumana Iyengar, founder of CEO Goavega Software, Mr. Sushant Raorane, co-founder, director, Adroit Biomed Limited, Ms. Nabomita Majumdar, Corporate HR Mentor, Mr. Dhiren Sharma, Co-founder Aegte Lifescience, and Arshi Khan, beautiful Indian model.
Yeah, use it there. Yeah, that is better. No, it's okay. Use it there. RC is stuck up in traffic.
Okay.
So I
this
think
is Mumbai. Traffic is a must.
She sent me a message at 1:10, but the
Nabomita is here.
Hi,
Okay.
Nabomita, come. Yeah.
I think she's on time.
One more chair. Yeah. Please come, Nabomita. I was waiting for you. Please come.
So this is a panel discussion. We are starting with all the best to the panelists.
Please sit. Yeah. This is going to be a televised program, so I would like all of you to switch off your mobile phones. We'll be starting in another 10 seconds. A big hello and welcome to the 13th Annual India Leadership Conclave. The most awaiting session of this conclave is the panel discussion. In fact, that goes on the theme of this conclave, which is about India at 2047 and the big picture. And in this particular compelling discussion of this most important topic, we have with us the three startup entrepreneurs, Dhiren Sharma, making beauty care products and cosmetic products. And we have Sumana Iyenger, a very IT professionals. Then we have Mr. Sushant Raorane. Then Nabomita Majumdar, she needs no introduction. She is one of the top voices in HR industry. If I could ask you first, Dhiren, the Prime Minister of India has described India in 75 years as an Amrit Kal. Do you think that we are in a position to achieve the goal that the Prime Minister has set for in 2047, that India will have all-round development and it will be the third largest economy? Could you please elaborate something on it?
So, yes, you rightly said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has made, has put forward this plan of making India a developed nation by 2047. It's a dream that we should be proud of, because at the time when the political parties can just lay out 5 years plan, at least a leader has come up and laid forward a 30-year down the road plan. Yeah, the Amrit Kal, as Prime Minister rightly said, aims at bringing India to a $30 trillion economy, and that would translate to the per capita income to go up to $18,000 to $20,000, which would translate to one of the main reasons India would be considered as a developed economy. That's a big dream. Yes, challenges are there, and we will discuss that. But then I think this is a dream that needs to be accoladed, and we should be we should be really proud of the way ahead.
Right. So, Sumana, since you're coming from the IT field and I have seen your growth journey, which has been quite phenomenal. The IT sector in India is booming. So when we talk about 2047, what is the picture that it is giving you? And how do you look at your company going forward in 2047? And what are the challenges you are facing actually?
First of all, I think I'll be 75 years old when we celebrate the 2047. I mean, it gives me a lot of goosebumps when I imagine that we are celebrating the 100th year of independence. And it will be a biggest proud moment for all of us Indians to be a developed nation at 2047 and globally recognized, and also each one of us celebrating the joy of many things, like for example the difference between the rich and poor is completely reduced. We're all going to lead a quality life.
So you are
And
saying the rich and poor gap is reduced.
the gap will be reduced, definitely. But the
Okay.
per capita income, as he was saying, will definitely be higher.
10% of 10% of richest Indians control the entire economy. There is an inequality of, the wealth distribution system.
Yeah,
There has been a debate on this. Sam Pitroda has spoken, has been kicked out of Congress. So do you think that the gap between haves and have-nots are widening or it is reducing?
No, between the rich and poor, it would be reduced. I would say that there would be more and more, contribution from the middle class families is what I feel. And at the same time, from what you asked me, the question relevant to that, with all these digital India initiatives that
Has it helped you, the Digital India campaign has
definitely,
helped you?
because there is more transparency, there is more formalization of the economy that is happening, and it is going to impact even the IT industry. It has already impacted. We are getting a lot of opportunities in terms of digital transformation that we do for our customers, that we take a lot of initiatives in the government. Everything is digitized today. So I am 100% sure that this will only lead to more growth to the nation, to our company, my company. And if God's there, then
Great.
I will also be a public company
Fantastic.
someday.
Right,
Thank
coming
you.
back to Mr. Sushant Raorane, for those of you who just tuned in, just let me tell you that Mr. Sushant Raorane is the co-founder and director of India's fastest growing dermatology company called Adroit Biomed Limited. It has a sizable presence in pan-India basis with skincare products with them. Sushantji, I am going to ask you a very tough questions. Are you being happy with the Modi Raj? Forget about 2047. What is the present state of affairs that is there? Do you believe that the kind of reign that we are having now, is it conducive for a businessman like you to prosper? And does it give you a sense of confidence?
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Satya, for having me on the panel. Let me start answering your question with a little bit of background on the economy.
Sure.
Okay. Let me start from 1947 when we got independence. When India got independence, we were the 6th largest economy. Okay. From 1947 to 1980, okay, the economy went down from 6th position to 12th position. Today, as we speak, we are back onto the 5th GDP country overall. So if you look at, India always had that potential and that bandwidth to be a superpower and a super economically stronger economy worldwide. Maybe because of lack of vision or maybe political willingness to support the growth of the country, maybe the country has seen in the crest and trough through the journey. Today, as we speak, in the last 10 years particularly, what we have seen, there is definitely vision for the country. There is a roadmap, there is a direction, there is a game plan which has been given to each and every sector, and every sector has a path to travel. I strongly believe with such kind of a clarity, which every single, right from the leadership to the every citizen of the country, when they know what they're supposed to do, I strongly feel that by 2047, okay, India would certainly be the 3rd largest economy. And I personally feel, as a businessman, there are a lot of things positively which has happened in the last 10 years.
The points well taken. My question is that, there is leading actress called Kangana Ranawat, who is also contesting from Mandi constituency from Himachal Pradesh. She tells us, and she wants to give a picture that India did not get independence in 1947. India got independence in 2014. Do you agree with her? If yes, what? And if no, why?
India certainly got independence in 1947. Okay, the dynamics then and dynamics now is way too different. The challenges that we faced in 1947 were very different, and what we are facing today is very different. 1992, when actually the liberalization happened, okay, that's when the economy actually started to boom in. So from 1991 till today, there has been a path which is laid in, which actually is conducive for the country to grow at such a rapid pace. Okay. Now from today onwards till 2047, if you have to be the 3rd largest economy, our GDP growth has to be at 12%. 12% GDP growth is not going to be a kid's play. if for a company to grow at 10% becomes a challenge, and we're talking about a nation which has to grow by 12%. So it is certainly possible, provided we are backed up with the roadmap and a vision and a strong governance to follow.
All right, coming to Nabomita Majumdar, who has been a leading speaker in many national and international forums. I'm going to ask that how safe women are in India. We have this horrific incidents that has happened a couple of times with lots of places. There in Uttar Pradesh, there, which recently happened within Karnataka with Prajwal Ravana and his father was accused of molestations. There are numerous incidents coming into the fore, and we are talking about Modi's Raj, where there is a Nari Shakti. We do talk about that women in India are very safe, but there are certain disturbing pictures coming in. What, according to you, Nabomita, describe India's women are at present now?
Thank you so much. First and foremost, thank you for having me and inviting me to this panel, such a meaningful one. And the questions that you have been asking the industry leaders who are building the industry, excellent, thank you. About women, the safety and the questions on their achievement or tokenism, I think it will never stop, right? Because the point that anybody can get away doing something wrong will always remain. Until and unless we drive ourselves to that corruption-free state wherein, no, it is not possible even for a single slip to happen, we cannot really do away with the safety questions ever. Tokenism. How far is it tokenism? How far are women actually achieving? Well, we have, you have already balanced this balance. And with that...
there are two women and there are two gents. So I am neutral. I don't support anyone. I don't belong to any political party. I ask only tough questions. This is my nature, which is from the beginning. But you didn't answer my questions. Are you safe in Modi's rule?
Yes, totally.
Why do these repeated incidences are happening? Why the women are there? Some 300 women have come and described the horrific incident that has happened there. BJP seems to be protecting these people. So I think there is some lacuna in the system. So what is that you have in your mind?
Yes, just as I said, that till the point that we drive the, we make it difficult for anybody to hide doing anything wrong. It's not just molestation, it's not just a crime.
Nabomita, you are a strong woman, no one can touch you anything. But what about those women who are actually docile?
Exactly. They are the ones whom we need to protect, and those are the exact ones whom we have to make sure that when they are challenged or questioned or in any way threatened, the person doing that shouldn't have a place to hide. Until and unless we drive away corruption to that point, I don't think we can. And it's not just India, it's everywhere. All thanks to social media, we see the kind of crimes happening around the world. Yes, in numbers, in volume, it may differ, but it is happening because at that particular point of time, that particular point of world, they can get away with that kind of a crime. So.
Okay, I'll just twist it to the political level of it. Do you think that when India Alliance comes in, the woman will be much more safer? Because Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are speaking that Nari Shakti, and they are telling that Prime Minister Modi has done nothing. Do you think that Indian Alliance could make a difference? You may choose to not answer the query as well.
No, why not? Okay, first and foremost, with all due respect to everybody who makes a claim, right? Nothing wrong in making a claim, but we have history of them so with certain incidents that they dealt with, right? Very sorry to remind you how Nirbhaya was dealt with when it happened. Who was in power? Let's not question that. What have happened after that, and how have things been dealt when somebody else have been in power? Has there been a difference? Have you been able to question? Has Me Too found a voice just because there was a different government? Have certain campaigns, social media campaigns, found certain response just because there was somebody who allowed such people to speak? Can I answer another question on a lighter note?
Yeah, I'll just interrupt and tell you that this means on 20th of this month you are going to vote for Narendra Modi. Indirectly, this is what hint I'm getting actually. You may choose not to answer. Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
Proudly. Why not? Why not answer it? Come on. Somebody who has taken a nation from a underdeveloped, not so proud about, questioned in international forum to a point wherein we have leaders, yes, I would want to quote Dr. Jayashankar Prasad, answering certain standpoints for India, which was unthinkable earlier. Why should I not be proud about leading?
Very proud, well taken. Now coming to Dhiren now, in one of the interview you just told that the company is aiming to be around 300 crore company. That is exactly the figure which you have mentioned. I would like to know what your current figures are, because based on that current figures, my next question will be, how robust the economy is all about? Is it giving you that much of confidence? So what is the fiscal that you closed? On basis of that answer, my question will come actually.
Okay, so yes, we're looking to cross the 300 crore marks. You know, we did last year around 25 crores, and
Okay.
we are, you know, again targeting towards 50 crores. But then there are, coming to your question, how does the economy support us? Yes, economy has really supported us, because I know that, you know, there are going to be questions around the GST and, you know, how the implementation.
How many venture capitalists you have approached for your expansion plans? Are they been very supportive?
So we are totally bootstrapped right now. That's the.
I am aware.
So
I've taken it into I know,
looking into that aspect, you know, without the support of VCs, till now we've been able to reach these numbers. Is, I think, a testament of where the support from the economy is coming. Yes, VCs and the investors are going to propel that growth. No questions about that. But, you know, the enabled systems, the new technologies that have been brought in picture to people like us, you know, who as a first generation entrepreneur would never have dreamt of, is a testament that yes, some things are in right place, some things are questionable. I think those are work in progress, and I think we should be.
Dhiren, that's a great answer. And Rupali and yourself, I must give due credit to you, because both of them have actually taken this company to a new height. But to grow for a next level, you need funds actually for
Absolutely.
expansion.
That's what I said.
And to do that, and to coincide with India's vision of 2047, how would you like to? Do you think the atmosphere is conducive enough to raise that kind of funds? Because the venture capital is asking so much of questions actually.
See, if you've just realized in the last 3 years, since 2018, D2C industry has grown many folds. We've seen lot of, I mean, we can just name few, but then there have been so many companies that have taken off. And that's only because the investors have, you know, shown interest and have been, you know, really vested to invest in this industry. You know, taking investment at a time is a choice of a company, but then, you know, the investors are really upbeat about, you know, D2C industry and the growth that industry is showing. So I am absolutely sure that, you know, at the right time, we would also have the, you know, the capabilities to raise funds and, you know, take the path that we want to take.
Right. So in fact, when I was interviewing Sumana Iyenger for the jury round, I asked some specific question about it, and they've been going good actually, but not that enough actually, because of certain challenges. So I would like to ask you that, how do you convert those challenges into opportunities? And are you looking at diverting your stakes to get funds? And what is your global ambition actually? What is your global ambition?
Okay. So, in terms of, you know, challenges, as you said, yes, there will always be business challenges when market goes up and down. Especially in the recent few months, there has been impact in the market, because we also cater to global market. We work with customers in the North American market, APAC region, India. So whenever the market goes down, because we are in software exports, so there will be an impact. And to overcome that today, if you see, everybody is talking about, you know, AI, and one of the, and also the hiring, you know, very experienced resources is also very expensive for a company of our size. So one of the things we are thinking of is innovation and also reskilling and upskilling of people. So these two will address most of the challenges. Today, whatever we do, whether as a nation or as an organization, as long as you have, you know, as long as you have invested in good reskilling and upskilling and training people, you will be able to address any challenge. That's one of the thing. And sorry, what was your second question?
The second question about your global ambition actually. Global ambition.
Global emission.
Ambition.
Ambition. Oh, okay.
How will you grow actually? Yeah.
No, of course, we as an entrepreneur, we always aspire to grow. We want to be globally recognized. We want to serve global customers, which we are already doing. But we really want to do more. To do that, we have to be very innovative, very creative, and we are...
Do you think the government machineries are supporting enough to give that kind of incentive and the boost that your business could flourish, or are you facing the challenges till now?
See, I won't alone put this to the government. Government always tries to give you some policies which you want to adapt. Maybe there are not enough policies or subsidies that we are able to leverage today.
No, there are policies which they will support to Adani, Ambani and others. They will not support you actually.
Okay, I will not be able to comment more on that. But unfortunately, what we see is there is a gap for a company of our size like MSME.
Are you a debt-free company?
We are a debt-free company. But what we see is as an MSME, we do not see too many subsidies or too many great policies that will help us support in global expansion. So probably easing of trade, easing of reducing, taxes and not and able to reduce that stringent regulations, where it is more time consuming. All these things probably will help us to achieve more. But that stringent policies and not able to export easily and freely due to these policies is restricting
us. Right. So, Sushant, coming to you, we are talking about Vikasit Bharat. In fact, if you go to each rally, the Prime Minister do speak about India has arrived and we have made all sort of developments. There are so much of to narrate the story. You did mention that India's GDP is around 7 to 8%. It is actually true what you have mentioned. But the reality on ground is different. When you go and look at the people actually, the open defecation is still there actually. We are not 100% electric supply there in remote villages actually. I'm talking about the villages that we have gone and checked out actually. Do you think that government is not telling the truth? And do you also think that Modi is not forthcoming to admit that there is a growing unemployment in the country? Let's be fair, let's be clear. These are the challenges we must confront.
Well, Satya, we are such a huge democracy with 140 crores people, okay? For one person to take care of 140 crores people is practically an impossible task. Let us admit that, okay? Now, coming to the point on defecation, okay? If you remember when Modi first time came in power in 2014, the first thing that he started was Swachhata Bharat Abhiyan. After almost, from 1947 to 2014, a Prime Minister coming on board is talking about one, which is Swachhata. He's actually trying to inculcate that value system of having cleanliness within us. He then took a project of setting across toilets across the country, okay? Then the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and so on and so forth. So basically he had to go on to that grassroots level and help us with providing basic facility, which I believe should have happened in the early course of our independent India tenure, which could not happen in. That actually started from 2014. Now as we speak, he has done a great job. I might not have exact number, but there is considerable
just
amount
a minute, I just have to interrupt you. Am I to believe that the previous governments, previous prime ministers did not do anything for India? It is only Modi who changed India.
I would not totally say that, but
who started economic
liberalization happened in the earlier government tenure. So that was
do you agree with me that demonetization is a disaster?
I won't say that. Demonetization, I would say, to a certain extent, has helped us.
99.7% money came back to the system again. Where the black money has gone?
See, but it came through the right channel.
Why Niran Modi is outside? Why Vijay Mallya is outside? Why Lalit Modi is outside? What is the biggest Bharat you are talking about?
So now you are making me feel that I'm spokesperson of BJP.
No, it's not. I'm asking a question actually.
Having said that, for every government there will be some challenges, there will be some mudslinging which will happen here and there. And I am a business person, I am not a spokesperson of BJP. Having said that,
I completely agree. Congress has ruined the economy. Congress has defamed the government. There has been a large scams. We have already seen 10 years of Modi's government. why the results are not coming actually? Does it need another 20 years?
So results have already come. We are now the 5th largest economy. We are talking about $3 trillion. We are actually now, 2047. All of us are having a clear-cut vision, and in fact, that has also motivated you to keep the title of this conclave as India at 2047.
But
So
the one
all of
thing-
us sitting over here,
No,
we are
no.
believing that 2047 will be the superpower, will be the 3rd largest economy. We are talking about
But-
$30 trillion economy. Next means
I
today
do-
what
I-
even US is not there.
I do understand there is a 72% rating of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He is one of the top Prime Ministers into the entire world. But please answer me a single question. In terms of the delivery, in terms of the programs that has to reach out to the people, do you think that the programs have reached to the bottoms of the pyramid? If it would have reached, the situation would not have arisen like this.
No, certainly the
don't blame the policies
program is reaching out to the Labhartis and Labhartis. If you look at almost, again, I'm not throwing the numbers, but what I'm trying to tell is today a common man has a bank account. Any government scheme, subsidy directly goes into the account. So there is a proper channel which is in place and which actually is setting us that platform to think about 12% GDP growth for the next 23 years.
Do they have 50 lakhs in their account?
15 lakhs again is see, again, I don't know from where that 15 lakh number is coming.
Why should
Everybody's talking about that 15 lakh. Modi never
Why
said,
should- he said
that 15 lakhs amount will be credited. What he said and what he
Black
meant
money.
in that speech, that whatever black money which is there, okay, which is there in the other country's account, if we have to get back, and if that amount has to be translated into an amount which will go into every citizen's account, that amount could be somewhere around 15 lakh rupees. He never said that 15 lakh money will 15 lakh
Okay,
rupees
point
will go
taken.
to
Now
the
coming
citizens.
back to Nabomita now, Prime Minister Modi did speak about the job creation. He mentioned in 2014 election rally that when Modi government comes to power, 20 crore jobs will be created. Do you think that jobs creation has been done? And do you think that people are employed? And do you think that India's youth are empowered and they are happy, they are working perfectly? I'm talking about in the formal sector, not in the informal sector. Informal sector, they are doing well. What is your perspective on that one? Because this is what the Bikasit Bharat is all about.
Okay, thank you so much. Just because of the question, after 2014, we have a scenario wherein MSMEs are supporting from Charkha to Chandrayaan. So have we reached the job numbers? Well, we have done a lot more. For an MSME to imagine that a part, right, a tiny little part that they create will actually land on moon one day might not have been possible under any other government. It had not. Till 2014, it had not. It has by now. Job creation numbers, well, we can never match numbers. Why? Because more of the focus of the job industry has changed. Are youngsters truly looking for jobs these days? Or are they willing to build their own future? Is Startup India a real thing? Or is it just a sham? Are we really building products? Do we really have...
If the Startup India is really very strong, then why Paytm will have to wind up in these operations? Why SEBI made a guidelines that you have violated the principle and many people got confused? If the Startup India is so good, why Byju's Raghavendra had to run out of the country? If the startups are so good, why so many startups have closed down?
Yes, we had so many unicorns and so many unicorns closed down.
I'm not talking about unicorns, these are billion-dollar companies. I'm talking about startups.
Okay, yes, I mean...
What will Dhiren Sharma will do actually if he doesn't get fund actually? He will wind up his shop or someone will come and acquire his company.
Yes, exactly. There will be ebb and flow in business just as it always happens. It's not just now, it is timeless. At the same point of time, is there an opportunity for bounce back better than before? Do we know that? If a MSME can send a part to the moon, is there an opportunity to even create a bigger future? We just had a treaty signed for greater support in supply chain management between South Korea and India. If you just look it up on YouTube, you'll find Dr. Jaishankar Prasad's speech in South Korea's one of the university about this. Is this going to create...
You're talking about the YouTubes. Are these the genuine YouTube videos or are they fake videos?
No, they're real. It's by the government.
It's very difficult to find out. Maybe Sumana will be able to answer that, how to filter that out. Yeah.
I'll share the link.
Okay.
So that kind of a support will that create a bigger industry opportunity? I am grateful to be a national chairman to a chamber of commerce called CISME, and over there we had certain scenarios wherein suddenly there was a China ban during COVID. Did it help India? Did our manufacturing really match up to the demand?
Okay,
that we were
point second.
receiving?
In fact, we're running out of time. Last word to Dhiren. Dhiren, you have done considerably well. Last year, Malika Sadani was present in this platform. Malika Sadani is the Moms and Co. actually who started the brand along with her husband. She did not reveal much, but after the discussion, I went outside and I talked to her. She told, I'm not going to sell the company. The way you are progressing is very good. You have lots of, how many pin codes are you reaching out?
That's about, more than 25,000, and it's just growing.
Yeah, I think you built your market value, you built your market capitalization. If somebody comes and offers you big money, will you sell your company? You will say me no now, but are you open for it? Because there are two buyers sitting there actually. After
Well,
the
that's
discussion,
a
they will
lucrative
talk.
offer, and I'm pretty happy to know that. But every businessman or a businesswoman would make that call based on the value that is being added and the valuation that is being added, and where is the path, where the brand that has been built by each and every.
But you started only in 2018. It has been only 6 years actually.
That's right, and that's why we are so attached to our brand. This whole the startup revolution is very new, and every entrepreneur who has built a brand is emotionally also vested into that brand. Just throwing up some chunk of money would not allow them to sell their company if there isn't a bigger vision attached to their brand, because that brand name is attached to them, and that value does not go away even after you sell the company. So is that brand still attached to your vision is a very important thing when you start making those kind of decisions.
Right. In fact, we're running out of the time. Thank you, Dhiren. Thank you, Sumana. Thank you, Sushant Raoneji. Thank you, Nabomita, for this wonderful discussion. You've been very candid. Let me tell you that I've taken so many interviews. You've been very forthright. I ask you the tough question, but these are the questions I have to ask because I'm a journalist. I'll have to ask those questions. And I know the question which I'm asking are the genuine questions, which are not the... It is your way to answer it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had a very wonderful session with the four panelists over here who did speak about the vision of Modi in 2047. Although I could not guess, where the India is heading for looking at the present growth state. I do not support the government. Neither I oppose the government. I only go by the fact. But the fact that India is growing at a remarkable speed, it will grow its speed, but we need to have our fundamentals very strong. Thank you very much, viewers, to being tuned in. See you next time in 2025. Thank you very much. Thank you all of them. Yeah. Yeah, be there. They will come. Yeah.
A big thank you to our panelists for this amazing discussion that we had. It was very powerful and informative. I request Dr. Satya Brahma to present the mementos to our panel speakers. Mementos, please.
Yeah. I think they're mixing the gifts here. Okay. This is for? Okay. So this is too beautiful, Nabomita. This is for you. This is for you. So, Mr. Sushant Raoran to Sushant Raoran Adroit company, I love to give you yours. I believe in building brands, so that is why I am promoting vigorously actually. Okay, already close. Thank you very much. Wonderful having here. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you now. Thank you. Thank you, Sushantji. Please wait. We'll talk. Okay. Yeah, Mind Gandhi discussion. Yes,